What's up, you guys? Sasha Boss here, and today I'm doing a special Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles review, and this figure right here is Metalhead. This is a figure that was released in 2020, but it was debuted back for Holothon this year. And this figure is something I've been wanting for a very long time. And if you guys don't know this already, Metalhead is a robot created by Shredder that has the core abilities of all four turtles. And from that episode, the turtles kind of got him back, and they both all of them had the same personalities as all four of them. So they had like attitude as Wrath, like humor as Mikey, Donnie. I don't know, they kind of like mock each other, which is really funny. And he just is a super fun character, and I can't wait to show you guys all about this character right now. So without further ado, let's take a look at the packaging. Okay, guys. So with that being said, let's take a look at Metalhead's packaging. So on the top it says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It says the Mighty Metalhead, and it says Neca Toys right here. It's Nickelodeon. On the side it says Neca Toys. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It says the Mighty Metalhead. It says Volume 4 Out of the Wave, and the other one it says Volume 1, but it's Volume 4. This is number 1 Out of the Wave. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Mighty Metalhead. All the VHS style packaging. And on the side, you get some beautiful read up on Metalhead, get some really good toy photography on Metalhead and what the figure is capable of doing. And then there's him with Splinter vacuuming. This is from the big blowout episode with the bugs. I started watching it. It's a pretty funny episode. I might have actually put that in the post. I'm not really sure. But it's more really beautiful pictures right here of the figure. And then right here it says it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then it says Metalhead. So it says Metalhead has the minds of all four turtles integrated into its programming. This robotic reptile comes with all four arsenal accessories, with 6 different hands, swappable drill, and a vacuum, arm attachment, and an opening chest panel with a plug and the blaster. So guys, if you don't know this already, this figure actually, this character Metalhead is one of my personal favorites in the tmnt line. Well, in the show too, just because he's just super unique and he's super funny. You know, it's almost equivalent of Rocket Raccoon, but not Rocket Raccoon. So it's like that. But also, I forgot to show this too. If you open them up, you get another beautiful shot of Metalhead, and then this is what it looks like in the bubble, looking super sick. And this episode is actually from when he got Turtle Pox. Where all four turtles got Turtle Pox, and I can't believe this is so beautiful. Look how sick the beautiful toy photography is. I wish I made a toy photographer. And these are people who's responsible for the team, the sculpt, the paint, the prototypes, the photography. I love the photography. Stefan Mazurek, I think, if hit me up, man, if you're watching this video, or I don't know, but I really wish I could do some photography for Neca, because they did an amazing job. And I got Neca Toys, real toys, legalese, barcode in case I'm wanting to get the figure. Should be pretty relatively easy to get depending on your target. Well, now let's crack this thing open and I'll show you guys what he's all Before I show you what Metalhead looks like in the bubble, I want to point this out too. This is a beautiful diorama of Channel 6, and it looks like a Technodrome because we got like different like things right there. We got Slash. No, we got Razar and Tolga, probably an Easter egg to those figures coming out. And we have like this swan and bull thing. This yak and a giraffe figure looks really funny. And there's Yellow Simpsons guy, and then this side has different things. I think that's Vernon? I don't know, but some little Easter eggs to the actual show itself. Oh, you guys got those little dog things. This is a really interesting background. Leave in the comments who you guys think these guys are. I have no idea, but they look really cool. So maybe future additions to the TMNT line. I have no idea. Okay guys, with that being said, let's crack this thing open, and I'll be right back, and I'm back. So we got Metalhead out of the packaging. Okay guys, before we take a closer look at the figure, we're gonna look at some of his accessories, and then I'll show you what this figure's all about. Okay guys, the first accessory we're gonna talk about is his arm attachments. The first one right here, this is his vacuum from the Turtle Pox. This looks identical to the show itself. I had this really beautiful like American cheese color orange and this crimson orangish red. Looks kind of cool, crimson orange. I don't know what to call it, but blood orange. And then it has the little peggle on the top. And I believe it articulates right here, but I'm not going to because it's super tight. And I love how this is a cartoony outline. And It's like a pretty solid piece, and it feels like it's 3D printed. So maybe some of the Neca figures have 3D printed or not. Metalhead also comes with a little drill head, which is really cool. I just love how this honestly kind of reminds me of Technodrome. And the coloring in the sculpt looks beautiful with the light gray and the white wash. Looks super cool, guys. I can't tell you how cool this is to see this in person, looking super sick. Yeah, I just love the design. Look how cool that design is, guys. Super cool. And then he also comes with a chest attachment for the gun. I might demonstrate this or not, but it's kind of cool we actually got that for the figure. And then we also got a plethora of hands. We got like a couple wrapping hands, I believe, or fisted, kind of like fisted hands for them. But they all have these like beautiful, like sausage-looking fingers, and I love the black outline on the hands itself, looking really cool. And they also got a pair of these, I think they're grappling hands. Grab something, I'm not really sure, but I think they're grappling hands. So yeah, I got those, and then we get these little ones. So we have 2 sets of interchangeable hands, which is really nice. And then we also get open hands on the figure, which is a glorious purpose. And then we also get the drill, like I said, and then this. Okay guys, now since we saw the accessories, now I'll show you Metalhead himself. This thing is heavy looking. Look how big this thing is. It's so okay, guys. So starting on the top of Metalhead, he has a beautiful like eyes up here. I just love the sculpting of the eyes because he's wearing a mask. And then he actually has like green details on the top of him to make him look like a turtle. And he just looks really unique. And he looks really cool. I just love it. It almost gives me that Transformers vibe on the head. It looks really cool. And then at the back of the head, same thing with the gray on top. Looks really nice, guys. I love the dark gray and silver on the figure. Looks really cool. And then you get the chest panel right here that actually opens. Put the gun in. Looks really cool. We got some smoke bombs / grenades. I'm not really sure what those are, but I just love the design of this figure. It looks super cool, and it's pretty heavy too. And then going on the thighs, you see like how the ball joints are lining up on this figure, and then it has this really cool yellow and black like parking meter caps. I'm not really sure what to call them, but look really cool. Mine's a little bit dented right here, but it's okay. And then from this side, you got the beautiful shoes. Almost looks like the turtle van itself, the orange. They got pegals on the bottom of the feet. On camera, this figure looks way brighter. Way brighter than American cheese yellow, but in person it's like a darker yellow. And then going from the other arm, you actually get the pin joints. You got the orange right here, you got yellow, you got orange pins and yellow pins on the figure, which is really interesting. And it's kind of scuffed up right here, which is okay. You have the paint chips on these figures. It's alright, it looks super cool. You gotta be careful with it. Yeah, it just looks super cool. And then on the back of Metalhead, I also kind of like it too. That kind of looks like battle damage. But on the back of this figure, we actually get the beautiful shell, and it has like this soft material right here, which is really cool. And then it has the really cool up and down. And this sculpting, guys, is one of my favorite sculpts by Neca Toys. It's beautiful. It's like bulky, and it's a big action figure, and it looks super fun. Okay, guys, now we'll do the articulation segment for Metalhead, and then I'll give you the final verdict on this. Okay, guys, so starting with Metalhead, on the back, guys, he actually has a hinge that can move up and down. Just be really careful. This is on, this is off, on and off button for the figure, just accurate to the show. I wish he's doing Raphael's sigh to go along with this. He tossed it at him to turn off the switch when it's vacuuming, but didn't do it. Start with the head. It's actually can move up this much, guys. It can't really move up that well. He's on this diaphragm joint, I think, but it can move side to side like this. It doesn't move that much. His mouth does open up somehow, which I don't really know how to do it at the moment. Yeah, so his mouth opens up. You got a really beautiful like black wash in there. Looks really cool. You gotta be kind of careful with it. Kind of cute like this. You gotta kind of like this. It's probably how I want to display it, just because it looks like he's smiling, which is kind of funny. It's like a little boy. So guys, his arms do move up this much, like this. That's kind of interesting too. I was kind of curious how these joints would work, because like the orange one that I pointed out earlier in the video, move up this much. He has double jointed elbows, I believe. Yeah, double jointed elbows. Looks really cool. Move it back down to 90. His legs move out this much, guys. Move out this much. Super tight double joint knees. Double joint knees on the figure. Move those back down. And then he doesn't really have any ab crunch for it, though. That's the best he can articulate on the figure. But now I'm going to show you with other figures and load them up. And I'll show you what this guy looks like. So yeah, on this too, you actually got detail right here to plug in the gun if you really wanted to. You just pour this in right here. You have to be careful with it. It's NECA figures, and you have to be really fragile because you have to pour it on, match the shape on the blaster. But it looks really cool. So here's Metalhead next to Shredder. This is like his vacuuming Shredder. This thing looks phenomenal. Look how cool this thing is. It's kind of crazy, to be honest, to see the Shredder compared to him. Like, Shredder created this guy. It's almost like Frankenstein's monster, but it is ginormous. Like, you don't know how big Metalhead is once you put him against Shredder. Like, Shredder's like one of my taller NECA figures, and it is crazy how big he is compared to him. And then we also have Leonardo, which is my favorite turtle, next to him. Yeah, I can't believe how short Leo is, too. Like, Metalhead is ginormous compared to a lot of my other NECA figures. Yeah, he's just for jokes. Here's a standard Black Series figure, Stormtrooper. Putting that next to it, yeah, you can tell the height difference. He's a big figure. So at the end of the day, guys, Metalhead is an excellent figure for the collection. There's so much you can love about this figure. There's so much you can actually just like go back to your 90s childhood dreams and love this thing to pieces. And this is probably the best articulation of the NECA figures I have in my collection. One of the better articulation. This has to be one of my favorite NECA figures in my collection. I have so many favorite figures, and there's so many figures, like, it's hard for me to decide who's my favorite. And he's honestly one of the runner-ups, because this thing has so much fun accessories, and he has a really funny demeanor, and his personality is on par. Well, with that being said, my only gripe with this figure, I wish it threw in Raphael's thigh, and I wish the head can look up a little bit, like a drop-down neck. But what they gave us was pretty accurate to the show, and I do agree and love what they did with this. So, at the end of the day, guys, I highly recommend pick up this NECA Metalhead figure. Metalhead is an excellent NECA figure for the collection, and there's so much you can do with this figure, so much photography purposes, and it's great for all the fans of the TMNT series. Other than that, guys, I give this figure a sub rating of I love it, and it's a 10 out of 10 for me. And that's been another episode of Sasha Boss' review of Metalhead.